What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another little food service trucking vlog. And we are out here on our way to Corning, Iowa. And yeah, it's a nice little drive. It's a nice weather today. It's like in the 50s and 60s this morning so far. Got started about 3:30. Yeah, a little bit about 3:30 this morning. 1,000 cases. We've got like 800 and something today, but not today, but this week. So it's kind of been relaxed, been a little bit of a chilled route. And man, the roads back here, this is, I don't know. This is what makes this drive so like not enjoyable sometimes, because these roads back here are just so bad, dude. Like if you have any coffee, make sure you drink it down a little bit, because it will fall out of the cup because of all that. But anyway, sun is right in our face today. It is actually Truck Driver Appreciation Week, and it's pretty cool because this is my first one as a semi-truck driver. Of course, I drove a box truck before, but you know, nobody really puts the box truck drivers, when you don't have a CDL, in the same category as the truck driver, you know, semi-truck driver. But yeah, I want to talk about that just a little bit. You know, my entire life, and I think I mentioned this before, my entire life my dad has been driving semi-trucks. And, you know, so I always had, you know, an appreciation for semi-truck drivers, because I knew that's what he did. That's what he raised me and my brother on. And, you know, that's how he raised us, you know, made the money to allow my mom to stay at home, take care of us, you know, raise us. He was working. He wasn't over the road. He was still home, you know, every day. For most of the time, he did line haul at night, so he was gone all night. You know, come back early in the morning. So we would see him, but it wouldn't be for very long. Just really when he left for work that night. So huge shout out to my dad, and you know, doing that kind of stuff to take care of us and to raise us. And here we are. You know, I'm driving a semi truck as well. But yeah, I know my parents watch my videos on here every once in a while, so huge shout out to my parents, my dad. You know, it's for raising me properly, and you know, working hard to make it happen, man. Like, one of the first things I remember involving trucks was actually back in like elementary school. We had this event that they did called Donuts with Dad, and it was where you go to school and your dad could take you to school in the morning, and you know, you'd have donuts for breakfast, donuts and milk. And what he would do was he would go to work early, and he would go get you know, I remember riding in a Western Star, and he'd go get his truck from his job, bring it by the house, and take me to school in that truck. And that was always like the coolest thing, you know, because I mean, you're a little kid, man. Like, it's a big truck, up in a big truck, and being driven to school, you know, it's like the coolest thing. So here we are driving. You gotta think about, you know, truck drivers. And I know 2020 really kind of opened up a lot of people's eyes to how necessary truck drivers are. You know, when it comes to moving literally everything across the country, everything you own, everything you see in the store to buy, that's been touched by a semi-truck. You know, my job is to take food, fresh food, frozen food, whatever, to restaurants. That way restaurants can provide those meals to people, you know. And you've got, you know, say that box truck up there might have something, you can go into somewhere, you know, you got freight moving everywhere. You got over-the-road drivers that are dedicating their lives to, you know, to moving freight across the country, you know, heavy haul, taking, you know, machinery to places so we could have our houses built and our buildings, all that stuff. I mean, you guys got to think about it. You know, without trucks and without truck drivers, there's really, you know, we wouldn't have anything that we've got. If you don't drive yourself, you know, or if you've got family that do, you know, make sure you just take a second to thank a truck driver for, you know, for being out here on the road and providing all of our stuff, man. Because, you know, like I said, without truck drivers, we've got nothing. And I mean, that's how it is. Off of that subject, you know, we were just out here driving around, man, delivering food. It's been a good past couple days. Monday was good, so I hope you all had a good Monday. you know, we're growing. The channel's growing, man. We're getting there. We're getting to that 500 subscribers mark, and you know, I'm happy to be able to slap this camera up on my head, talk to you guys, and take you guys along with me for the ride. You know, to these places that I deliver to. You know, so it's always fun. I enjoy filming these kind of videos. It is a little bit more difficult to do it when you've got the same route and you don't go, you know, different places all the time. But you know, it's still fun to try to figure it out and try to do it. So. Always such a fun one to get into, man. I remember when I first took this route, and you know, I went to that place. It's downtown. I guess it's in their downtown area. I mean, I think all of Corning is downtown, pretty much. But I remember when I first got that route, and I looked up this place on Google, and I'm like, what? Okay, so is it a front door delivery or what? So I get there. There's nobody there. We've got a key, but it doesn't work on the front door. And so I open up the route book, because all of our routes from our OPCO have a little binder that said that I had to go around back. So I'm like, all right, pull around back. It's that little bitty alleyway. I'm like, are you kidding? Can I even get in here? Can I get through here? And keep in mind, I'm a fresh CDL driver, man. I've only been driving for like a month, maybe, or two, I don't know. I think it was like closer to a month. And yeah, got it in there just like that, and just do it the same way every single time. You know, it changes a little bit based off of what tractor you have, but most of the time everything's the same setup. I try to keep everything set up the same. Fifth wheel slid back, tandem slid up, and you know, it should be good to go. The M2s are a little bit more tricky because they don't have as tight of a turning radius as the Cascadias do, so you just kind of have to adjust for that. But yeah, that was an experience. So, you know, if you make a comment on one of these food service videos and you're like, you know, is food service a good thing for me to get into? I just got my CDL, brand new driver, and I've mentioned this time and time again, and there's also plenty of other videos out there from other people, but food service is one of the few higher paying trucking jobs that accept brand new CDL drivers, for the most part. You know, and I'm going to keep saying, because I keep getting comments, and not every location does training. Just keep that in mind. Not every location does training. Just because my Springfield location does do new CDL training, doesn't mean that, you know, Oklahoma City does, or Dallas, or whoever, wherever you're at. So you just call them and ask them up. But yeah, you'll get your experience. You know, you'll get your experience. By the time you get a month into driving some of these routes, you know, you'll probably go, you know, out in the country like I am now. You'll go downtown. You'll go into big cities. Yeah, there's plenty of experience, and you got to remember, next time you go to a restaurant, take a look at how small that parking lot is, and just imagine getting a 48-foot tractor trailer in there. You know, and I know it's a day cab. It's easier. You know, McLean does sleeper cabs, a lot of sleeper cab stuff. And I know you guys out there who think that just because we drive a day cab doesn't make us a real truck driver, you know, and you're just upset because we could just look back here and see out of our window. I know, it's okay. I get it. But you know, next time you go into McDonald's, you know, look at that parking lot, or next time you go to Taco Bell or whatever, you know, those are the kind of spaces you're going to have to get in and get out of And it may be when the parking lot's empty, or it may be when the parking lot has somebody in it. All right, guys, we are here at our hotel over here in Ames, Iowa. I've got the trailer all cleaned up, ready to roll for my 6 a.m. appointment to pick up my backhaul in the morning from Nevada, Iowa, and head back to Springfield. So I figured we'd go ahead and just close out this video. It's just, I just kind of wanted to, to talk about, my experience, with growing up, with my dad being a truck driver, and why I kind of got into, to driving, and why I've always been interested in Truck Driver Appreciation Week, man. As a driver now, I've driven box trucks for 5 years before I started driving semis. And actually tomorrow, which is Wednesday, so September 15th, Wednesday, achievement, I guess, at PFG. So it's gonna be my 6-month, anniversary driving semis, which obviously it's not a lot, but it's kind of that first goal. That first step before that 1 year. We're half a year in. I posted up my my 6-month review earlier, so that way you guys could see that. The only thing I have to complain about is just the way the trucks are loaded. The trailers are loaded just so poorly, and I know that all the warehouses have their little reason, whatever that reason may be. I don't know. I don't know. We're all in the same boat when it comes to food service. I've seen posts. Somebody actually just commented a little bit earlier today that they were working at Sigma and they're liking it. The only complaint that they have is the way that the trailers are loaded, and it's just across the board. I don't care what food service industry you're in or what company you're with. The trailers just aren't loaded properly. They're not loaded to like a driver's standards. As a driver, we can't get the product off the truck as quickly as we really should be able to. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's just gonna happen, and unfortunately that's just how it is. But that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that thumbs up button for me. I see every single one of your comments, so if you comment, I will probably more than likely reply. If you have a question about PFG, I can answer it to the best of my abilities. I can only give so much, because like I keep saying, every single operating center is different. So I can kind of guide you in the direction, but you're just gonna have to call your local PFG or wherever you're trying to apply, and feel free to apply, man. I mean, if you've got a brand new CDL and you're just getting started, feel free to come fill out an application. If you live in Springfield, fill out an application for Performance Foods on Junction Street. That's Roma, and you'll be working out of my location. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Follow the socials down in the description. We'll see you all in the next video.